All right, so in this game right here versus Denver, um, I eventually, made my way back into it and took a 12-point lead. Right, we got about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 4 or 5 minutes left, maybe a little more. And right from the jump, it was obvious that this was a scripted loss because within like the first 2 minutes, probably not even that, probably not even 2 minutes, Paul George gets two fouls back to back. And it just didn't even make sense, the fouls that he got. But when I say that the games are scripted, I got a turnover right here. Now, you already see what's going on. But I got a turnover right here. Now, when I say that games are scripted, that does not mean that you cannot still win it. It just means that the algorithm is heavily involved and they're on the computer side, and sometimes they're a bit more hell bent on giving the win to the CPU than they are in other games where it's also scripted. So now let's look at this right here. I'm coming in and I get a turnover. Look at this turnover. What just happened right here? Right, this was some of the dudes in the last video. A lot of the naysayers or all like that running their mouth in the comment section. What is this? You see what I'm saying? That this is called a scripted turnover, right? When the game when the game when it's hell bent on computer winning and you're not letting them in on it. You're not allowing it. In some games they get a bit more obvious, like they allow you to have a little more clarity that they're cheating due to the desperation that that they're trying to push this narrative, right? They're desperate to push this narrative, so they start to do things that kind of sticks out a lot more in regards to how scripted it is when they're trying to cheat you. So right here, no one made any contact with me, but they shook the ball out of my man, right? What was that about? Why he just lose the ball like that? Right, now let's actually even take it back more. So now when I get the ball from Kawhi, now when I play 2K against computer in particular, I love working the edges, right? No homo. I don't know how that sounds crazy, but I love running along the sides of the course and making slants into the basket, because there's something about computers, AI's programming, where they don't really know how to properly defend certain things that you could do. It's a couple little things that you can do in this game where you could dominate the computer because they don't really have a response. Now, the angle that I want to take is obvious, a straight slant right into the court, right where you see my man facing. Just kind of keep that same path, or even come out a little bit right here just to get around the rim, between the rim and the backboard, get an easy little layup. But when you pay attention to the route that my man actually took, you can see that they forced him to open up on his right side for Murray. Now, a lot of times when the computer is trying to catch up with you, they're behind you trying to prevent you from scoring or whatever. What will happen is that they will kind of force you to give them away, or to give them a spot next to you, right? So they'll make you open up so that computer can have a spot to slow you down or to bump you off your path. But in this instance right here, you can clearly see, because how this is really supposed to work is that you are supposed to basically take that spot, right, by nudging the man, sliding them next to him, and kind of getting in his way. But in 2K, they will force you to give that to the computer. So you can see, once again, let's look at it from this angle. You see my man, you look at his feet, that tells you everything. All of a sudden, boom, now he's carving outwards away from the basket. Now you see what Murray is. Murray didn't touch him. Murray didn't do anything to him. Murray didn't do anything to actually disrupt my path. So I was supposed to be allowed to just continue to march right on to the basket. But the game, trying to, give something to the computer, they'll force you to open up. And they do this on when you're holding defense also, right? Where they start to force your man to step out of the way, or a computer tries to get a blow by and you're trying to keep up with them, and they force you to stop chasing them sometimes. It's little silly shit like that, where they're making you compromise right? So you're dominating, but they're forcing you to compromise against your will. Like you can't really do anything about it. But once again, let's look at this again. How does this make any sense? Let's play it all the way through from this angle. How does this make any sense? A lot of the naysayers explain this, right? Explain this. This is, as many videos as I've done, I've never seen this right here happen. I've never seen this one right here happen. I've done over 1,000 videos. I know I deleted most, I wouldn't say most, but probably about 300 to 400. But I've uploaded over 1,000 videos. It's at least 600 plus on the channel now. And I've never seen this one right here. Now, I've seen a lot of wild shit, but I've never seen this in particular. Right? So, you know, when they're desperate for the you know, the algorithm to take over the game, they will start to do things that just doesn't make, it's like because typically when the algorithm is scripted to cheat, the manner in which they would do it is by, you know, it's more of a deceptive way where, you know, you got to kind of be paying close attention. This right here was kind of deceptive for most people, but typically the cheating is not overt. It becomes a bit more overt depending on how desperate the algorithm's narrative is, how desperate they are for a computer to, you know, to get something going, right? They'll get desperate and they'll just start to force things to happen. But usually it's more surreptitious, it's usually more sneaky, it's usually more covert. But that'll do it for this video. Peace.